Good evening everyone. Today we are going to do the daily Leetcode challenge of 28 January 2023, that is question number 352, data stream as disjoint intervals. In this question they have given us a data stream which is having non-negative integers, that is all positive integers are there, and we have to form a list of disjoint intervals. And what they want us to do, we have to implement a class. There are two things, classes and objects, and we have to implement a class, and classes initializes the object with an empty stream. Now after that we have to add numbers to the stream by using this add num function, and after that we have to add integers and make a interval. An interval should not be overlapping. We have to think upon that. So let's move on with the example and see it better. So what they want us to do, suppose there is first is 1. 1 is there, no issue. 1 is also there. Okay. After that 1 you have 3. So 3 will also be added, and 3 is also not overlapping. So 3 is also added. After that what they want us to do, first is 1 comma 1. Second is this. After that when you add 7, 7 is also not overlapping, so it will also get added as 1 1 3 3 and 7 7. So these are added. After this when you add 2, you will say that 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 is overlapping, that is they are consecutive. So your next insertion will be 1 comma 3 to 7 comma 7. So this will be your next answer. So this is what you have to keep in mind, that you have to avoid overlapping of intervals and you have to add intervals. This is all you have to do. So after this when you add 6, again there is overlapping from 6 to 7. So what you will do, next answer final and next addition will be 1 comma 3 and 6 comma 7. So these all you have to return. You have to return all these answers, 1 2 3 4 5. You have to return all these 5 possibilities in your answer. So how can you do that? Please try to think upon it. It is very simple approach. If you understood what the question is trying, please try to think and then come back to the video. So if you thought about the approach, what we can simply do is, the best approach is, we are given numbers 1 3 7 2 and 6. So what's the best thing we can do to make sure that there is no overlapping? What if we sort them? Sorting we can do now. That is 1 2 3 6 7. This way we can get the intervals and we can easily push it to our answer. But what if there is copies of it, 7 7 or 6 6? What if there are copies? To deal with these copies we can create a set. Set will only store unique elements and we will avoid copies. So what I mean to say is, we can simply sort it to make sure they are continuous. That is 1 plus 1 is 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3 and 6 plus 1 is 7. That is, when the element is having the difference of 1, that means they are consecutive. And to avoid duplicates, we are using set to ensure uniqueness. That's all you have to do. And after that, we will create a vector of vector and we will push it to our answer. We will push the result in this answer. Yes or no? We can do this. We will push our result into this vector of vector answer. So let's see in the code and write the code line by line to see how it is working. So let me just zoom it for you and we will start coding. So to code this, we just have to follow all the instruction as told in the explanation and the intuition behind it. What we will do, we will create a global set and we will pass it to, we will initialize it in the class, because we have to class initialize the object. So we will clear the set every time. And after that, what we simply have to do, we will insert the elements into our set. And when we are done with this, we will create a vector nums and we will pass all the set value inside this nums vector. How can we do that? We can simply write begin st and end st. This is the inbuilt stl call which I told you in the previous video as well. You can get all the values of set inside this vector. When you have done this, you will initialize int n is equal to nums dot size, so you can iterate our loop. And inside the loop you will also need to create a vector of vector to return our answer. that will be result, and it will return our answer, and we will return result. So what's the thing happening in the result? We can simply make a loop for, but before that we also have to sort it. Sort nums dot begin comma nums dot. So if we have sorted it, we are sure to get our answer. And after that we will just run a loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and we will initialize our starting index. Yes or no? What I mean to say is, in this sorting we will initialize this as left or starting index, and when this difference is greater than 1, it will become the endpoint. That's what you have to do. You will run a simple loop of on. That's it. So you are running a loop and you are initializing your start as nums I, and after that while I is less than n minus 1, because you are putting this condition, that is nums the number plus 1 is equal to nums I plus 1. That means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. In this case 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. This is what we are checking, and when we are at the second last index we are adding it, so we don't want our code to fail. That's why it is n minus 1. After this, when this is the condition, we will just increment our I, and when all is this is done and when the difference is greater, we will push it to a result by we will push our start and we will push our nums I value, because this is the value now where we are stopping it. That is, when we reach 3 plus 1, it is 4, and it is not the case, so we will stop. So we will push the 3 because it is the ending index of that set. 3 3 1 2 3 is the ending index. So that is what you are doing, and when you are done with this, we are good to go. So let's run and check whether it is working or not. I think you mistakenly changed this function. This was void add num int value. Yeah, it was initially this. Now it should work. So yeah, it is running for all the cases. Let's submit it and check whether it is accepted or not. So yeah, it is accepted as well. So the time complexity in this case is O n log n, because we are sorting and we are running a loop for n. So it is n log n. But we can also improve this if we use the inbuilt property of set, that they are already sorted. If we only use set, we can remove this line from here, but it is still of time complexity n log n, because we are adding n elements and insertion take log n value, so n log n is the time complexity. So we can only take set and make it work. So let's just submit and check whether it is working or not. So yeah, it is also accepted. So if you have any doubt related to the question, please comment it in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.